This is Kingsmen, and the thing that I want you to understand is that it's a power in a father's presence. If a father pays attention to his time with his family, his consistency with his family, and his attention to his family, that builds trust. So today I want us to discuss, as a Kingsman, how to go about valuing your time, which will value your family, and then also which is paying attention to your family and being consistent with that attention and time. Because I understand that we may have a lot going on as men. We may be pulled over here at work and pulled over here at family and pulled over here at personal things that you want to accomplish. All that's awesome. There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes the word balance gets a little juggly. You know, things are, I have balance. Well, sometimes things are not balanced. Sometimes things can't be balanced. Sometimes you just have to plan your life accordingly. And if anything falls out of your plan, as long as it's not family, I'll say you're on the right track, right? So if you miss a workout here or a workout there, that's fine, as long as you don't miss 2 days workouts, right? And consistent. But that takes me away from where I'm going. So today I want to go about talking to my men and making sure that we be able to attack these three things, which is time, consistency, and attention. Why are they valuable? Because if you show up and stay, this is talking about time. If you show up and stay, it allows your young men or your daughters to understand a father doesn't just be there just to be there, like you on your computer and your kids is around here playing. That's not really time with your kids. Your time with your kids is not just watching TV. I know I've done that before. I was like, yeah, I'm spending time with them. I'm watching their favorite show with them. That's not time with them. Because us as fathers, we should be giving value in the time that we spend with our kids. It could be valuable quality time where we're focused in on what they want to do, on what they're doing. So if it's playing, my girls love horses. If it's playing with their horses at times, when you know you got this thing to do, plan accordingly so you can be able to make that time quality instead of you thinking about, oh, the deadline is coming up pretty soon and I need to get that taken care of. Make time for them as you make time for other people. I know that right now, by me working, by me working in the nonprofit that I have for youth, which is New Steps Foundation, and it has been one of those things where I go out of the way for other people's kids, especially the single parent moms, because I understand how it is as a single parent mom to be able to take, how it is to take care of one child or 3 kids or 2 kids, and then trying to keep your sanity. Because for me and my wife, it may seem easier because we have 2 people with 3 kids. You see what I'm saying? So it can be one of those things where it's like, doesn't hit us in a time, because we have like a small system that we actually do with our kids to keep down the commotion, right? So that's what I'm saying. So today, I want you to really understand, where are you when it comes to staying on your time, like really showing up with your staying, right? So correct those things that you are currently doing that's keeping you in that mindset of, man, I haven't spent good time on my kids. Man, I haven't spent good time with my son. Man, I missed the mark this week. Man, I missed the mark this day on spending time with my son because I'm not staying focused when we actually are hanging out. Whether it's walking. If you have a teenager that's walking each day of the week and talking to each other, or if it's just hearing what they got to say, over time that compounds and it builds up, and they're going to look forward to the walk that you guys have, the drive that you may have, if you continue to do that, because you're showing up and you're saying that, hey, I want to be here for you. They love it. They may not say, man, I love, they're going to say it in a way of, here's how they would say it. Are we going to take that walk again? That's showing that they are interested in the time spent with you. So take advantage of that. Take advantage. And consistency, why does that matter? Because it's being predictable in a good way. Most people will say, hey, I don't want to be predictable. I don't want to be doing the same thing over and over and over again. I don't want to continue to keep doing this way or doing that way, and I keep doing the same thing, right? There's nothing wrong with it when it's directed in the right way, in the right path, in the right direction. Here's what I mean. If you are consistent and you are being predictable in a good way, what that's saying to your kids is that I know that for me, for instance, my kids will know around this time I am downstairs, right? They know that I'm downstairs. So they can come down here at any time to be down here with me, either to talk, sit with me, or be with me at any time, right? They know where I'm at. They know that at this particular time, I'm at work. They know that when I come back in the door, I'm coming back at this particular time. But the one thing that we must understand is that consistency is good when it's on the right path. When consistency turns bad, it is one of those things where you have made it turn into a bad way. Here's what I mean. If your consistency is showing up, you're consistent in your words, and your consistency is in your deeds, you're on the right path as a father to your kids. Because the one thing your kids want to hear in your consistency is your words matching what you're doing. If you said that you're going to tell them or you're going to do something, here's what I'd say to that. If you tell your kids that you're going to the park today, what will happen is that they're going to hold you to it. Now, if you said later on in the day, well, I don't feel like going no more, so we're not going. What's going to happen, you're going to send a signal to that kid is that, well, Daddy's going to say it and then Daddy's not going to do it. Daddy's going to say it and Daddy's not going to do it. Daddy's going to say it, Daddy's not going to do it. You understand where I'm coming from? Now, the trust is broken. Now, the relationship is going in different directions because now you're not doing what you say you was going to do. I know we said this is about persistence. I mean, the power of your presence, but your presence builds trust. Your presence builds trust, right? Because the time that you're valuing with them, they're trusting you to do the things with them. You're being consistent with your time, and you're being consistent with your word and consistent with the things that you say you was going to do. So one thing I recommend you do, don't say something that you're not going to honor. Just go do it. Just go do it. Hey kids, at this particular time, be ready. Get ready, get your shoes on. Where we going? Are we just going to hang out for a little bit? Just go hang out for a little bit. Or you can say, hey, kids, tomorrow, we're going to go to the park at 3. Now, if that's you, if you want to tell your kids you're going to go to the park, here's what we understand. That if we tell our kids that we're going to do something tomorrow, their energy is high, they're very happy, they're very ready to go. And then what happens is they're not going to stop asking you at all. So if you want to bring your anger down to a minimum level, don't tell your kids. Just say, hey, we're going to be doing something at this particular time, okay? So that's what I wanted to help you with when it comes to being consistent. So, attention. Here's the cherry on top of the cake, the cherry on top of the whipped cream, cherry on top, I forgot to say, okay? I really did. Like, as soon as I thought of it, it just drove right past me. I was like, man, I was about to say that, but I forgot it, and I don't know. But yeah, that defeats the purpose. So, attention. See your kids with accuracy. What does that mean? It simply means what it says. Attention. Giving your kids attention, meaning that you're there, you're present, and you're in the moment. You're not thinking about anything else. You're not looking to do anything else. You're not looking to find something to do at the moment. You're with your kids to get away from doing something with them that they like to do. No, it is saying that my attention is not divided. My attention is single. My attention is single. While my attention is single, I'm not focused on anything else. So put your phone in another room. Turn your ringer off. Make that time that you spend with your kids. Attention can be for 30, clean, uninterrupted minutes. 30 clean, uninterrupted minutes. You can go for an hour, or if you go for 2 hours, that's up to you. But they need undivided attention. They need you to hear their silly stories. They need you to hear their stories that they had at the park, hear what happened on their favorite TV show, hear what kind of game they into, hear what they are looking to tell you. Because here's what can happen. Remember, we're talking about time, consistency, and attention. Because it's built around presence. But the core ingredient to all this is trust. If the moment I come to you and the thing that you said, not right now, or maybe later, and later just keeps turning into maybe later, or not right now, what happens is my attention, I'm not going to give you my attention anymore. That's what your child is going to do. They're going to go to either mom to give their attention to because she's going to listen. They're going to give somebody else their attention down the road who's going to listen or do them wrong because you haven't prepared the way on why attention is so important. Why is it valuable for somebody to turn their body to you and give you attention? Why? Because it's saying that I'm listening. It's saying that I really want to hear what you got to say. I know you may go a mile a minute, and I can't catch up, but I'm going to listen. I'm going to show interest in what you're saying. That's all a child wants. That's all a child needs, and that's what you should give them. Because remember, they didn't ask to be here, but they're here now. So make sure that you treat them like you wanted them to be here. And even if you didn't want them to be here, still treat them like you want them to be here. Because they're like seeds, right? So when you put a seed in the ground and you water it, you continue to water it, it grows. It produces fruit. It produces branches. It produces strong roots, right? So let's say if you don't give that seed the attention that it needs, it's going to grow. It's going to sprout at the beginning, but then if you forget to water it often, and if you forget to transplant it into different soil, when it reaches the expansion of that one little small pot, what happens is it's just going to wither. It's just going to go away, and it's just not going to grow as strong. Then it's not going to have a backbone to stand on. Then it's not going to be independent. It's going to be very dependent on someone else. One thing that I want you to understand as a Kingsman, it is very valuable for your attention, your consistency, and your time to be present in your kid's life. Don't make an excuse. Don't find an excuse. Don't look for an excuse. Look for your kids to be the person that they can be able to go to and lean on when they need your presence, when they need your attention, when they need you to be consistent. Because what happens is there's going to be a time where they need you and they know where you're going to be at all times, at any time. So be consistent with your time. Be the Kingsman that they're looking for you to be.